Hello, and welcome to the official YouTube channel of Raccoonpedia.com. And today I'll be discussing how to handle a raccoon in case you encounter one on your property. And of course, if you ever want more knowledge or you're interested in my video and you want more knowledge of raccoons, you can always go to my website, Raccoonpedia.com, which is a couple letters away on the good old keyboard, and you can find out anything you'd like to know about raccoons. Now let's get to it. Now let's say you come home from work, you ate dinner, your family ate dinner, and you're taking out the trash, and it's night out, you can't really see much, and when you're walking to the garbage can, you hear some rustling. You hear like a little rustle, and when you look over and you get closer, you see a bunch of raccoons just eating your garbage. Now, there's really no reason to panic. There's no reason to go running inside, calling an exterminator for like $500 to take care of the issue. Even though they are considered pests, they never really hurt anybody unless they are sick and they are with rabies, but I will get to that later. Usually when a raccoon is on your property, they're just there for food. They're there to eat your garbage. That's usually what they do eat, because that's what you do have out, your waste. And other than that, sometimes they'll cause little to some property damage, but I also discuss later on how you can possibly ward them off in a friendly way to keep them away from your property from damaging your house. Now, believe it or not, raccoons are very important to our ecosystem. According to pestworld.org, they are omnivores, which means they eat meat and vegetables. And usually when raccoons do eat meat, it is smaller pests than them, such as mice, possibly rats if they're in an urban area, or anything of that sort. And if we were to destroy the population of raccoons in your neighborhood, let's say like if it was like a kill on sight attitude, like I do not want any raccoons around, then all these other small animals that they usually eat, their population would go unchecked, and then they would rule your neighborhood instead of the raccoons, and they would destroy your house. So I feel like it's better than having a bunch of mice burrowing into your basement rather than just some fat furry creature that just eats your garbage every once in a while. Like, it's your garbage, you don't eat it anymore. Like, let the guy eat, you know what I mean? Now, one alternative you can do instead of having it eat your garbage is you could feed it yourself. Usually they eat nuts, berries, fruit, seeds. Usually they eat like a trail mix. That's usually a good thing, a lot of people say. You can buy that like a bag, $1.50 by like a gas station, you know what I mean? $1.50 by the checkout. Or if you have any old fruit in the freezer, or not the freezer, old fruit in the fridge, you can throw that out there so it doesn't go to waste. And other than that, they eat basically anything. They are like goats. You can give them cold cuts if you'd like, but basically what this would do is it would create a distraction rather than from them going to your garbage. Now, let's say you really don't waste any food. You eat everything you have. You can also use peppermint spray, as you can see on the left here. Now, peppermint spray you can find, usually the price ranges from $10 to $20, depending on how big the bottle is or where you get it from. But usually peppermint spray works for all rodents. The smell usually keeps them away due to how sensitive their sense of smell is. Or you can buy this garbage strap here, which I found on Amazon for $30. And what you do is you attach it to your garbage, and from there will definitely be no raccoons getting into your garbage, ripping anything up, because that thing is extremely strong. And of course, you have the old classic trap. Now, this trap does not kill them; it just keeps them in place. If you just want them off your property, like whatsoever, you really don't want to deal with them anymore. You don't have any interest of feeding them, or maybe the peppermint spray isn't working, you can always just bait the trap with maybe something sweet like watermelon honey or something like peanut butter. And if you do catch one, you can put it in your car and bring it to a park a few miles away and let it free out there and have it roam around and have a ball, instead of it coming back to your property every day. Now, according to the CDC, as you can see on the eastern seaboard of our country here, this is where the most cases or reports of raccoons with rabies are located. And according to Pioneer Pest Management website, the signs of a raccoon with rabies is a weird walking pattern. It seems to have a limp of some sort. They seem confused or lost. They have no real direction to when they're going. Maybe they're walking in circles or something like that. they're making strange noises, or they have foaming at the mouth. Now, if that is the case, I would highly recommend you do spend the money to get an exterminator. You never want to deal with these things on your own because, like, God forbid, if your family, somebody, like, you have kids out there and they're playing, or you decide to dispose of yourself and somebody's bit, you will have to go to the hospital. You can face a lot of damage, and God knows that hospital bill is going to be extremely expensive. So it's just nice to have a professional deal with it and dispose of the creature at once, just to keep everybody safe. But other than that, really, raccoons are very friendly creatures. They're just there for food, they're just scavenging for food, and it's just garbage. Like I said before, it's not like they're, eating right out of your fridge. It's the waste of what you finished like last night. And that concludes my presentation. As I said before, if you'd like to learn more about raccoons, you can go to my website, Raccoonpedia, just a couple types away from some letters, and you're right there, and you can learn anything you'd like about raccoons on my website. Thank you very much.